Hello YouTube and welcome to another one of my Duel Links videos. So today I have for you a Ras Disciple deck. This is an OTK deck because, as you know, when you normal summon or special summon Ras Disciple, he can summon 2 copies of himself from the hand or the deck. So you can immediately swarm the field, and that's what we're going to take advantage of. And OTK our opponents. We're using the tie that binds because Ra is very weak. Ras Disciple is very weak. 1100 is not going to do much, but with the tie that binds, he goes up to 1400. So 1400 with all 3 of them, it's enough to beat a regular 4000 opponent. We're using 2 deep divers so that we can search for Ra in case we don't get it, early game. I think 2 is enough. I wouldn't go as far as to use a 3rd one. Ra seems to come to the hand pretty often. 3 Tribute to the Doom, so we can move any monsters that our opponent might have out of the way. I know 3 might be a little expensive, but sorry. So 3 Tribute to the Doom. You want to go second with this deck, so if your opponent goes first and they just summon a monster, for example Cyber Angels, usually they don't want to overextend during their turn if they're going first, so they'll just summon their Sonic Bird or send you to search and then end the turn. At that point you can use your Tribute to the Doom, summon your 3 Ra, and then OTK them for not overextending. Luminous Spark is one of those cards that I didn't see enough to really tell what kind of impact it has on the deck. I didn't take it out because, like I said, it didn't come up as much as I thought it would. It feels a little bit like a win more card, the way the deck is built. So you should be able to replace Luminous Spark, maybe even put 2 enemy controllers instead of it. And then we got 3 Storm, which is our main back row removal. Now I know as soon as people saw Ras Disciple, they probably thought 3 of a Kind or that other trap card that destroys all back row if you control 3 monsters with the same name. And that is just way too slow, and it puts you in a really bad spot because you really want to destroy your opponent's back row before your Ra hits the field. Otherwise they can chain a Floodgate, they can chain an enemy controller, they can chain a Windstorm. If they have a monster, they can econ take, and all of that is gonna mess up your following plays. So because this is an OTK deck, like I said, and you're relying a lot on the surprise factor, you can't really wait a turn to set 3 of a Kind or the other trap and then risk yourself summoning the Ra in order to destroy the back row or the monsters. So that's why I went with Storm instead, and I'm pairing it up with Wild Tornado. That way if there's a face up, for example, if there's 2 cards, one is face up, one is face down, one Wild Tornado and Storm is gonna let me take care of both of them. Also, if there's any monsters, Wild Tornado is gonna be able to destroy them. And yeah, it just worked pretty well. We're using 2 Legacy of Yata-garasu. It pairs well with Storm because you can chain it to draw 1 and then still destroy their card. It also helps us get to our combo pieces a little bit quicker, and because we have those annoying burn decks going around, if you see an Enable White Rabbit, you can chain this immediately and you get to draw an extra card because of that. So Legacy of Yata-garasu seemed like a good addition. Curse of Anubis and Windstorm are our basic defensive cards. That way, if all we're missing is like a Ra or we're missing a Storm or something like that, we can afford to wait a little bit using Curse of Anubis. Another way you can use Curse of Anubis is if there's a monster you can't get over with Ra because of their attack, you can activate this. It's gonna put them in defense mode if it's an effect monster. It's gonna put them in defense mode, bring them down to 0, and then your Ra should be able to take care of that. But that's it for the deck. I think I went over every card. And like I said, Luminous Spark I would change, now that I think about it, for probably enemy controller or something like that, because it feels like a win more card, and it didn't come up as much during testing. These replays are all very quick because, like I said, it's an OTK deck, so the games did not last very long. Going up against Crowler. And I believe these was before I had like the final, I guess the final build of the deck. But this is what I'm talking about. Cyber Angels, summon Senju, they don't want to overextend because, you know, they can't OTK you if they overextend. So I have my Tribute to Doom, get that Senju out of here, and this was a huge brick. I mean, I run 5 monsters and I had 3 of them to start a duel. But still, you can summon them from the hand, tie the binds, gets them 1400, and that's more than enough to finish them off. Nice and easy. Now, all 5 replays could have seriously been just like that, because I did win a lot against Cyber Angels in that fashion. And it's just, I don't know, it's a little bit like karma to me. Like, you don't want to overextend to protect yourself because you're so worried about the OTK. Well, you get OTK. Here we're going up against Mindskin, Gladiator Beast. Like I said, you want to storm before you summon your Raw. So I go ahead and storm my Windstorm out of here. So many storm, man. Get rid of the Rush recklessly. Get rid of the Laquari. Summon my Raw. Tie that binds. Get out of here. Nice and easy. Here we got a Weevil now. Nightmare 215. That's a fitting name for the deck he's using. We're going second, which is great. Hairside Infestation. Sets a card, doesn't do anything, so I set a card and I don't do anything. There we see the Sky's the Ray, which is fine. We can take that damage. We're going for the one turn kill. And this is what I'm talking about. You can change your legacy, you can draw a card, and then you want to destroy the back row before you summon. And that's a floodgate. That would have really screwed up my entire game plan. Had I summoned my Raw, you know, to use something like 3 of a kind. And that's another weakness of 3 of a kind that I don't think I mentioned. Your opponent has to control at least 3 cards, otherwise you can't even activate. So I know it's a nice meme. I know people would like to see, you know, more of that, but unfortunately it's just not very good. Even as a meme card, it's not that good. This is another Crowler. Oh, they're using Ancient Gears. Alright, so I'm going first. I just end my turn. Ancient Gears can't really OTK unless they run something like Double Summon. Doesn't summon anything. Gets the Sergeant Electro. So I have to activate my Yata-garasu. And then I'll take the 1600. I have Curse of a Newbie, so I can afford to stall another turn because I really don't want to try and go in against double back row. So I just activate my Curse of a Newbie. He can't switch the Sergeant Electro back, and even with his Beast, it's not enough to finish me off. I survive with 100 life points. And there's a Storm. I have 2 Wall Tornadoes, so I can clear everything. I can destroy the 2 face downs with Storm and 2 face ups with Wall Tornado. Get it out of here, get it out of here. Summon Raw. Swarm it up. The Tie That Binds. And good game. Now this deck is definitely weak. I don't know if I already talked about it against Hasty Flame, because you can't target them with your Tribute to the Doom, you can't target them with your Wild Tornado. So it's probably the hardest matchup, I would think. Yeah, Ninjas is an okay matchup because you can destroy their transformation and stuff. But I want to say Hazy Flame is probably the worst matchup for this deck.
Duel.
Again, going first, I just end my turn. I knew that it was burned because he didn't have a skill. It was Yami Yugi, so it's obviously Destiny draw. We see the scummy Temple of the Mind's Eye, but that's okay. I have my Storm. Get that Draining Shield out of here. Get your dumb Fuel Spell out of here. And now get OTK'd. And I still have my Curse of Anubis if I need it. Get out of here. And that's it. Like I said, this was gonna be a short video. The replays very quick. I mean, it's an OTK deck. I might keep playing around with it. Maybe use the enemy controllers like I mentioned instead of Luminous Spark. And I might do an encore video like I did with the Fire Fist. Definitely let me know down in the comments if you would like to see, you know, a part 2 where it's just all duels like I did last time. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, like, comment, and subscribe if you want. Join my Discord if you haven't, the link's going to be down in the description. Consider supporting me on PayPal, the link is also in the description. And until next time.